Hey folks, this is your friend Doug. I'm going to read you something that I wrote many years ago. It is a short story. It should take about 4 minutes, I believe. It's a very short story. I wrote it in a writing class when I was going to SMU shortly after graduating high school back in 82, so this was 83, 84. SMU being Southeastern Massachusetts University. And I was staying with the wonderful people of the Galants, and I was doing a lot of Mother Nature's sun scene and all that, and kind of my mind felt expansive. And I've always been into the westerns and the westerns of the border, things like the Wild Bunch and the Professionals and the Via Rides and things like that. And I was thinking about those influences and the short story by Ambrose Bierce called An Occurrence in Owl Creek Bridge. When I wrote this, it was later on published in the college magazine at Cape Cod Community College, and that's what this is, the Sea Change from '89. So it's more than half my life old. It's called Against the Wall. Esteban Rualdo stands back to the wall with his eyes blindfolded and his hands tied behind him. Trickles of sweat are glistening on his dark forehead. Esteban knows he is about to die. The rurales have told him so. In a moment's time, the firing squad will have done its work and he will be dead. Knowing this, that there is no hope, that for him life will soon be over, gives Esteban a focus of himself which he has never before experienced. Esteban stares blindly in the direction of the rurales. Dogs, thieves, murderers, I spit on you, and Don Porfirio Diaz, El Presidente, the man who has brought Mexico to dust. May a tortured death be his fate. Fate. Is it fate that stands me here against this wall? Morai, the three spinsters of fate? Clotho, the spinner who holds and turns the distaff, Lachesis, the elotter, who controls the rolling spindle, and Antropos, the inflexible, who mercilessly cuts the thread? Fate? No. It is not fate that brought me to the wall. It was rurales, scorchers of the land, peddlers of death, rurales, by orders of the Shungone Pablo Valenzuela, Presidente Municipal of Canatlan, for supplying corn to Pancho Villa, death against the wall. But I will be remembered a hero. When my flesh has rotted into the earth, the villagers will say, "Ah, Esteban, he had balls like those of a bull. Muy hombre." The rurale captain barks his orders, and rifles are brought to bear on their target. Esteban draws himself rigid against the wall. The blood, pumping from his heart at a rapid pace, pulsates his temples. Esteban has never before known the furious energy that now possesses him. He sucks his lips, but finds no moisture there. The absence of color taunts him. To die without color. This morning I saw the morning star. The darkness explodes in noise. Esteban sinks to his knees. He feels no pain, only his senses gently wilting away. How quick and painless death can be. Dios. Esteban gasps, chokes on his breath. His lungs laboriously inflate. He waits for the beating of his heart and finds it. But what is this? I live. Sweet mother, I live. The noise of battle rises into his ears and fills his senses. In a howling clamor, it shakes the earth under him. Dust settles into Esteban's pores and parches him. The world spins in the roar of battle. Then suddenly as it sprang up, the noise is gone. The blindfold is torn from Esteban's face. Light. He blinks. His vision is blurred and he squints as if from the drinking of mezcal. A tall man with a boyish face and a happy air about him approaches Esteban. He tosses his sombrero back upon his straight shoulders and smiles. I am Thomas Sabina. My chief, General Pancho Villa, Lion of Madero, sent me to rescue you. You are not dead? Esteban slowly shakes his head. That is good, Urbina continues. My chief would be very angry had I let the rurales shoot you. Esteban stares blankly at the smiling man. My chief never forgets a favor done him. Tears cover Esteban's cheeks. He weakens and falls into Urbina's arms. Easy now, farmer. Don't let a little miracle finish the work of the realities. A young woman sits in bed next to Esteban. She is completely naked, her lovely Indian legs drawn up under her. And then, continues Esteban, I met him, Pancho Villa himself. He took my hand and called me amigo. He told me to live to have children. And if the rurales kill the children, we must live to have more children. If they burn our crops, we must plant more. If they drive you from the land, he said, then you must live in the hills, live for Mexico. Esteban, mi macho, she purrs. Come to bed. I am waiting for you. Esteban looks at her. Ah, life. What pleasure. He tosses himself upon her and sinks his fingers into her soft flesh. I, Esteban, mi macho, el tigre. He runs his hand upon her smooth belly and finds her firm breast. Bueno, bueno. He drops to his knees at the edge of the bed. Gently he draws her to the edge and finds her open limbs. Esteban pulls her harder to him, and finding the nubile flesh of her inner thighs, he lurches with the impact of the bullets that smash his body against the wall and drain Esteban's life into the dust. So that's Against the Wall, written by me a long time ago, 31 years ago. Hope you liked it. That's in my oeuvre of things, Okay, thank you.